Practicing safe sex is not only important for preventing sexually transmitted infections, STIs, but it also plays a significant role in reducing the risk of several types of cancer. Among the most well-documented connections are those involving the human papillomavirus, HPV, and human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, both of which can lead to chronic infections that significantly elevate the risk of developing certain cancers over time. By adopting safe sex practices, including consistent condom use, limiting the number of sexual partners, and engaging in open communication with partners about sexual health, individuals can substantially lower their exposure to these high-risk viruses and protect long-term wellness at a cellular level. HPV is the most common sexually transmitted infection globally, and while most strains are relatively harmless and clear on their own, high-risk strains of HPV are directly linked to cancers of the cervix, anus, penis, vulva, vagina, and oropharynx, throat, base of the tongue, and tonsils. Persistent infection with high-risk HPV strains can lead to abnormal cell changes that, if undetected or untreated, may evolve into cancer over years. Safe sex practices, especially the consistent use of condoms and dental dams, can reduce the risk of HPV transmission, although they cannot eliminate it entirely since HPV can spread through skin-to-skin contact in areas not covered by barriers. Nevertheless, using protection remains a highly effective first line of defense. In addition to barrier protection, reducing the number of sexual partners and avoiding high-risk sexual behaviors further decreases the likelihood of HPV exposure. Regular sexual health screenings and honest conversations about STI history with partners can help identify and manage potential risks before they develop into long-term issues. In tandem with safe sex, HPV vaccination, ideally administered before sexual debut, provides strong, lasting protection against the most dangerous strains of the virus. Vaccination, however, doesn't replace the need for continued safe practices, as it doesn't protect against all strains or other STIs that may also influence cancer risk. HIV, another virus that can be sexually transmitted, weakens the immune system over time and leaves the body more vulnerable to infections and malignancies. Individuals with untreated HIV have a higher incidence of several cancers, including Kaposi sarcoma, non-Hodgkin lymphoma, cervical cancer, and liver cancer. This increased risk is largely due to immune suppression, which impairs the body's ability to control abnormal cell growth and respond to infections like HPV or hepatitis viruses that can also be sexually acquired. Using condoms, taking pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP, if at high risk, and engaging in regular HIV testing are crucial for prevention. For those living with HIV, antiretroviral therapy, ART, not only preserves immune function and quality of life, but also significantly reduces the risk of cancer and other complications. Safe sex is ultimately about long-term self-care and mutual respect. It's a proactive, empowering choice that acknowledges the deeply interconnected relationship between sexual health and systemic health. The goal isn't to promote fear or abstinence, but to encourage awareness, responsibility, and protective habits that support vitality across the lifespan. When practiced consistently, safe sex becomes a form of preventive medicine, shielding the body from chronic infections that can silently pave the way for more serious disease down the line. What makes this approach even more powerful is that it benefits both the individual and the broader community. By reducing the circulation of high-risk viruses, each person who practices safe sex contributes to a collective lowering of cancer risk within their social networks and population as a whole. It's an act of both personal protection and public health stewardship. In the end, caring for your sexual health is inseparable from caring for your whole self. Safe sex isn't just about avoiding immediate consequences. It's a strategic investment in your long-term health, resilience, and freedom from preventable diseases, including many types of cancer. It's a clear, actionable choice that aligns with a life of intention, respect, and well-being.